Good morning, pupils. Today's lesson is entitled Skills, the Million-Dollar Student. Para-me Soto, titolo é Studenti një milion dollar. What are today's learning outcomes? Read the text and list some of the new vocabulary in it. Comprehend and translate the text with teacher's help. Ask and answer some of the questions about the text. Pra, cilat do jenë rezultatet e të nxënit? Do lexojmë tekstin dhe do nxjerrim kuptimin e fjalëve të reja. Do kuptojmë dhe do përkthejmë tekstin. Do bëjmë pyetje dhe do përgjigjemi pyetjeve rreth tekstit. So, open your textbooks on page 98. Pra, hapni librat te faqja 98. The Million-Dollar Student. Read the title and the introduction to the text. What did Alex think of to pay for his studies? So, let's read the title. The Million-Dollar Student. So, what did Alex think of to pay for his studies? He thought of $1 million website where he could sell advertising space for $1 a pixel, and he made $1 million. So let's have a look at the text which we have on page 98. So let's listen and read the text. First, let's listen to it and then we can read it together.
The Million-Dollar Student. University is a true journey of discovery. Most people will tell you it was the best time of their lives. These days, however, many students leave university not only with a degree, but also with a large amount of debt. A lot of college students have to take out a bank loan, but some are finding their own ways of getting the funds they need. Alex Chu is one young man who thought up an ingenious plan to pay his way through college. Aiming high. Alex was really looking forward to studying business management at Nottingham University, but wanted to avoid becoming just another debt-ridden student. He worked at Tesco and earned £5 an hour. But he knew that a part-time job wouldn't be enough. He wanted to do more than just scrape by. He wanted to make sure that he would have the money he needed to pay for his education. What an idea! Then he got the idea for the million-dollar homepage. Alex spent about $50 on web hosting and a domain name, and turned his homepage into a billboard. He then offered to sell the million pixels on the page for $1 each, in 10 by 10 blocks, to anyone who wanted to place their logo, advertisements and hyperlink on their website. A huge success. His friends and family bought the first 100 blocks, and he used the money to publicize his idea. To generate publicity, Alex issued a press release, and his webpage really took off. Dozens of major companies such as Yahoo and Walmart jumped at the opportunity, and the site attracted 1.5 million visitors a week. It was a huge success, and it earned Alex the money he needed for his studies. University education's worth every penny. Alex had a bright idea that really worked. Most students, however, struggled to find enough money to get by and make the best of their university experience. A university education opens the doors to a world of knowledge and gives people the experience to fulfill their potential in life. For these reasons alone, it's clear that pursuing higher education is worth the effort. So don't let high costs hold you back. Alex's story proves that where there's a will, there's a way.
Okay, so let's read it once more together. University is a true journey of discovery. Discovery zbulim. Most people will tell you it was the best time of their lives. These days, however, many students leave university not only with a degree, diploma, but also with a large amount of debt, debt, borge. A lot of college students have to take out a bank loan, credit na bank. But some are finding their own ways of getting the funds they need. Fonde. Alex too is one young man who thought up an ingenious plan, ingenious, brilliant, to pay his way through college. Alex was really looking forward to studying business management at Nottingham University, but wanted to avoid becoming just another debt-ridden student. Student Chemer Borge, debt-ridden student. He worked at Tesco and earned £5 an hour, but he knew that a part-time job wouldn't be enough. He wanted to do more than just scrape by. Scrape by të ketë mjaftueshëm para për të jetuar. He wanted to make sure that he would have the money he needed to pay for his education. What an idea! Then he got the idea for the $1 million homepage. Alex spent about $50 on web hosting and a domain name and turned his homepage into a billboard. Billboard është një tabel reklam. Billboard, tabel ku vendosen reklamat. He then offered to sell the million pixel on the page for $1 each in 10 by 10 blocks to anyone who wanted to place their logo, advertisement, and hyperlink on the page, on the website. A huge success. His friends and family bought the first 100 blocks, and he used the money to publicize his idea. Publicize, reklamoj. To generate publicity, reklam, Alex issued a press release. Press release. Press release. Konferencestupi. And his web page really took off. So, was a success. Ishte një success. Took off. Dozens of major companies such as Yahoo and Walmart jumped at the opportunity, and the site attracted 1.5 million visitors a week. It was a huge success, and it earned Alex the money he needed for his studies. University education is worth every penny. Alex has a bright idea that really worked. Most students, however, struggle to find enough money to get by and make the best of their university experience. A university education opens the doors to a world of knowledge and gives people the experience to fulfill their potential in life. For these reasons alone, it's clear that pursuing të ndjekësh, pursuing higher education is worth the effort. So don't let high cost hold you back. Alex's story proves that where there is will, there is a way. So this was the whole text. Now let's have a look also to some other new words found in the text. So, which are these words? Here you have the word
debt,
debt, money that you owe to somebody else, para borge,
bank loan,
an amount of money borrowed from a bank, para një kredi bankare.
funds,
Money, fonde, para.
debt-ridden,
Owing lots of money, pra kesh borge, shumë para, debt ridden.
web hosting,
An internet service that used to set up a website. Pra web hosting është një faqe interneti.
domain name,
The name of the website, pra emri I faqes.
homepage,
The main page of a website, faqja kryesore, homepage.
pixel,
The smallest element of a computer image. Pra imazhi më I vogël I një elementi kompjuterik.
hyperlink,
A button on a web page that takes the user to another page. Pra një buton, hyperlink.
generate publicity,
To attract public attention. Pra të tërheq vëmendjen e publikut.
press release,
Public statement given to the news. Pra në këtë rast, deklarat për shtyp. Take off,
take off,
suddenly start being successful. Pra të jesh I suksesshëm.
struggle,
To try hard to achieve something. Pra të provosh shumë të arrish diçka.
get by,
To have enough money to live on. Pra të kesh para mjaftueshëm.
fulfill,
To manage to achieve something. Pra të arrish, fulfill, të përmbushësh.
potential,
A natural ability to succeed in something. Potencial.
pursue,
To follow, të ndjekësh, to pursue.
higher education,
Edukim I lartë ose ndryshe universitet. Higher education.
worth the effort,
To become, to be worthwhile. Pra ja vlen, worth the effort.
hold back,
To discourage somebody from doing something they want. Pra ta diskurajosh dikë.
prove,
To show that something is true. Pra të provosh që diçka është e vërtetë, të provosh pra.
will,
Determination, vendosmëri. Okay, so these were the new words that we have in this text. Now, you have to read it yourself, duhet ta lexoni vet, and translate it. Dhe duhet ta përktheni. Okay? Now, let's have a look at exercise number 2. It's here. Read the text again and complete the sentences. Pra, lexoni edhe një herë tekstin dhe plotësoni fjali. Alex wanted to study. So here you have Alex wanted to study business management. Okay? Business management. So you have to do this yourself now. And I'm also giving you the answers and you have to write it in your copybook. Pra, duhet ta bëni vet, megjithatë unë po ju jap edhe përgjigjet dhe do ta hidhni në fletore, do ta shkruani në fletore. So, he turned his home page into a billboard for anyone who wanted to put their logo, advertisement, or hyperlinks on it. His idea to sell the picture on his site for $1 a pixel. In order to attract people, Alex issued a press release. His idea helped him to earn the money he needed for his studies and much more. Despite the cost, a university education is really worth the effort. So these are the answers to exercise number 2. Now let's have a look at exercise number 3. Again, after reading the text, you have to complete the text with the synonyms. Ok? So, pra duhet përdorni sinonimet që keni në text. In this case, a bank loan. Ne tham një kredi bankare. So, money that you borrow to the bank. Okay? Money that you borrow to the bank. It was thought up. To think something up, came up with. Debt ridden, so owning a large amount of money. Took off it's to become successful. Bright is clever. Knowledge, wisdom, and to fulfill it means to achieve something. Okay, very good. So now you have what do the quotations mean? So this is just for listening.
They say education is worthwhile and valuable.
So the whole text, the meaning of the whole text is that the education is worthwhile and valuable. Okay? It costs a lot of money, but if you are willing to pay them, then you get a lot of wisdom. Our exercise number 4 is going to be your homework. Pra ushtrimi 4 do ta keni për detyrë shtëpie. So, I'm not giving you the answers. Pra, nuk po ju jap përgjigjet e ushtrimit 4 sepse do ta keni për detyrë shtëpie për radhën që vjen. And exercise number 5, choose the correct prepositions. Check in the dictionary. She is proud of her achievement. He spends a lot of money on clothes. She is about to start a business course at New York University, and they are selling these CDs for only $1 each. Again, in exercise number 5, you are going to listen and match speaker 1 to 5 with A to F. Pra, do të dëgjojmë dialogun dhe pastaj do lidhni nga 1 shike pesa me anë deri tek F. E dëgjojmë mirë dialogun.
Speaker 1. I love being a university student because there are some really great professors in my department who are experts in their field. I can ask so many questions and get thorough answers. The university library is also a great resource for doing research. If you want to learn about something in great detail, university is the best place to go. Speaker 2.
In this day and age, many employers expect you to have a university degree. If you don't have one, you will not even be considered for the job. So, no matter what positive qualities you possess, not having a degree seriously limits your chances of being employed, especially in any skilled work.
Speaker 3.
With all the recent budget cuts, university studies are becoming impossible to pay for. It's tough to know that when you finish university, you will have to find a job and have to face paying off a huge debt.
Speaker 4.
If you want to get anywhere in life, you have to have a university degree. Think of all the most successful people in the world. I mean, do you think Hewlett and Packard would be where they are today if they hadn't gone to university?
Speaker 5.
My friend has a degree in political science and he works as a waiter. So I don't think a university degree guarantees you your dream job. If you want to work in a specific profession, it's all about having experience.
Okay, so now let's complete the exercise together. So, speaker 1. It's connected with D. It's the best way to study something in depth. Speaker 2. It's E. Not having a university degree can put you at serious disadvantage when trying to get a job. Speaker 3. It's C. It's getting more and more expensive to study at university. Speaker 4. You can't enjoy success without a university education. And speaker 5. A university education doesn't always ensure a great career. And with this, I think it's the end of today's lesson. Now, before we end it, let's have a look at exercise 8. This is just for listening and hearing it. And then you can end the lesson. So let's.
We lose this house, we lose our dogs, it's everything, it's all we've got. We have no other place to go.
Lori and Richard paid cash for this fixer-upper 5 years ago, then took out a loan for repairs. With their expenses mounting, they decided to refinance their mortgage, but that's when their problems really began.
The day that we went to sign the papers, actually, they said something about, which I didn't understand, about raising us 3 points from the previous loan. But at the time, we were sitting right there, ready to sign the papers, pen in hand, when he said it to us, which I signed the papers. I thought that was the thing to do. I was a little ignorant.
Now Rich and Lori have a lawyer and are fighting off foreclosure. Their case is just one example of a bad situation that could have been avoided. Ethel Mintz had just 2 years left to pay on her mortgage when she decided to change her oil heat to gas. Unfortunately, what she got was a lot of hot air and an enormous debt.
I was looking just for a heater, $3,800. But no, I couldn't do it that way. You have to do this, you have to do that. I have to pay off this, I have to pay off that. Consolidate everything. And I never questioned it at that time. I really didn't.
Ethel was convinced the people she was dealing with really wanted to help her, but in fact, they were really helping themselves. She finally called attorney Irv Acklesberg, who specializes in predatory lending cases where lenders take advantage of uninformed borrowers.
This mortgage refinanced her existing mortgage to a higher rate than she was already paying. It forced her to pay a prepayment penalty for paying off that existing mortgage. It charged her over $2,000 in points. It charged her $1,600 for a life insurance product that she wasn't even eligible for. I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars loaded into this loan. And remember, all she wanted was $3,800. If you don't understand what you're signing, don't sign it. Mortgage transactions are very complicated. There are a lot of lawyers who can't understand some of these transactions.
Okay, so this was today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.